As some of my YouTube creator friends can attest to, filming outdoors can be challenging, if not a bit dangerous at times. But as long as no bones are broken and you can avoid tick-borne illnesses, then it is all worth it in the end. There we go. Jesus. For this video, I'm compiling my top 5 misadventures / outtakes for your enjoyment at my expense. And although 2 on the countdown involved serious discomfort and 1 scared the crap out of me, I haven't seriously injured myself, knock on wood, since I began experimenting with nature videography over 5 years ago. No blooper list would be complete without a camera falling down, and one of mine took a serious tumble off this impressive ledge located in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. I had set the camera, which was a GoPro, to capture some B-roll of me hiking on said ledge while visiting a maritime garter snake gestating site located further up the mountain. Okay, back to the ledge. Camera was stable filming until it wasn't. It actually took me a while to hike down and around the ledge to locate the camera, only to see it was still 15 feet up off the ground on a shelf protruding from the main structure. So it took some climbing and a long stick to finally retrieve it. Although there were some scuffs to the body of the camera, it was basically undamaged, which was a huge relief and a surprise. This ledge, by the way, I recently confirmed is a spot where northern ringneck snakes congregate in large numbers in early summer, so I plan on visiting the site in the coming years, always mindful, of course, to hand-hold my cameras. In early 2022, I finished a comprehensive video on the life history of the timber rattlesnake. For the opening scenes, which you are viewing now, I chose a severe winter landscape, and with David Attenborough in my mind, I wanted a dramatic on-camera opening dialogue. However, the mood was temporarily misplaced by a slippery frustration before I could even get into position to emulate the revered biologist. Eventually, my crampons found purchase, and I was able to deliver my serious opening lines.
This is a good time to begin our year with this iconic reptile, because the timber rattlesnake must first survive the winter before the rest of their life history story can be told. That begs the question.
Yellowstone National Park, encompassing nearly 3,500 square miles, is known for its unparalleled scenic beauty and high-profile wildlife, many of which can be viewed from the park roads. And speaking of wildlife, we have all seen footage of the dumb tourist getting too close to a park animal, especially the ever-present bison, sometimes resulting in the tourist getting injured and in a few cases killed after being gored. The park requires visitors stay 100 yards from bears and wolves and 25 yards from other wildlife such as bison and elk. During our visit in August 2021, I did my best to adhere to these rules. However, I soon found out that especially during a bison road crossing, some may head in your direction, but they generally move slow enough, allowing you time to back away from their intended route. In this case, the bison were getting closer than 25 yards, but I was next to my rental van's open door, and the animals were focused on following one another across the road, so I thought I wasn't taking any unnecessary risks. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have just got back in my vehicle, because while I was distracted watching the bison in front of me, I didn't realize that 3 were approaching directly from my rear until it was too late to do anything but remain still.
I know.
trying to just stay still here. That big fellow, a 2,000-pound bull, passed within an unnerving 5 feet of me. My advice if you visit Yellowstone, that unless you have eyes on the back of your head, stay in or get back in your vehicle once a bison crossing commences. For the last several years, one of my favorite winter activities is visiting a Massachusetts river to observe brumating wood turtles. Now, I suspect many folks wouldn't think watching a sleeping turtle underwater is exciting, but I find it captivating to be in the presence of a cold-blooded animal that for months on end has adapted to survive in 35-degree water, relying on dissolved oxygen to sustain life. You and I wouldn't last long in 35-degree water, and I was reminded of this during a January visit to the river with family in tow, where upon seeing a wood turtle just beyond the reach of my camera, I decided to slowly dip my feet into the water hugging the riverbank, only to have this happen. You know. My wife screaming my name adds extra entertainment value, I think, and is the main reason I included this clip in the countdown. The sensation is actually, it's beyond cold. It's more of a different medium. Needless to say, my legs and feet were completely numb after only 5 minutes, and it was a bit of a challenge clambering out of the river. Oh, boy. Oh. My number one misadventure actually occurred not far from the Wood Turtle River, at a spot I have nicknamed Bloxings Turtle Bog, because members of the local Bloxings population, along with painted, spotted, and snapping turtles, migrate and even overwinter in the bog's permanent water source when nearby wetlands dry up during the summer. Now, the immediate periphery around the deeper water could more accurately be described as a quaking bog, made up of dense but unstable mat of sphagnum moss, pitcher plants, and leatherleaf. Unstable is the key word here, because the bog once tried to swallow me whole. The incident occurred last April while I was filming a Bloxings turtle in time-lapse, when one moment the bog's soggy vegetation was supporting my weight, and the next I broke through, quickly plunging up to my waist. Thankfully, I was able to grab onto a thicket of leatherleaf, preventing me from sinking deeper and allowing water to rush into my waders, which could have left me in a dire situation.
Well, the Bloxings turtle didn't seem disturbed by any of this, and soon went on its merry way.
Here I am attempting something dramatic, but probably failing. Anyway, that is a wrap. Thanks for experiencing some of my misadventures with me. And if you get a chuckle or two, well, please consider subscribing. We'll get... Okay.
I think we should see the train.
You guys, can you get the toad?
This is a stupid...
I have not gotten video of anything tonight.
Okay, well, what am I supposed to...
Can you grab the toad?
Where is it? It's literally...
Oh, great.